What's poppin'? My sanity. You know what? I kind of like it too. I feel very boss girl these days.
You know,
I mean, I was raised in a relatively liberal household.
Yeah.
But you never truly escape societal constructs. It's like that meme. Why are you running?
did you get that phase whereby, okay, so at this particular age, if they saw you with a guy, they'll break your head. Finally, 1 year after, they're like, oh, so where's the man?
It's the same. It's the exact same in India.
Staying rooted to our culture through fashion. In my culture as Nigerians, we like to dress up.
Even clothing is a very important part of your culture.
I don't know, I just did that. But please subscribe. That is what I just did. That I don't want to say any welcome to you people. You people should subscribe because you can't be watching this show and not be subscribing. So pause now and subscribe to our channel. Okay, now that you subscribe, welcome to the Chronicles of What We Go podcast. Yay! And it's your girl Mo in the building. For those people that don't know me, I am Mo. So today is going to be a very exciting one. You know, we used to find like, why is it that Africans and Asians, why is it that we tend to get along? Why? So today I have brought somebody, we're going to be comparing what is the difference between Nigerian culture and the Indian culture. We'll see. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
What's popping?
What's poppin'? My sanity. My sanity is poppin'.
Please. What is that? What's that?
I don't know. I just wanted to crack a joke. It didn't work. It didn't land.
It got me laughing. I didn't see that one coming.
I'm glad, Mo.
Okay, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nikita Joshi. I'm from a small town. Not really. I'm from Bengaluru in Karnataka. And I currently work in marketing at an agency in Lancaster.
Nice. How you finding that?
It's pretty fun. I really enjoy what I do. I basically work in advertising, like paid ads, but I also do social media content, which is very fun. So I enjoy both aspects quite a bit.
That's good. So how long have you been in the UK for, you say?
I came in October 2022. So what, 2.5
years?
Around 3 years? Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years, girl. I'm a professional now.
Yeah. You're no longer, yes, no, to be fair, you're still a baby immigrant, but you're not a baby immigrant anymore. Like,
oh.
So that different stages.
I'm a teenage immigrant.
Yeah. That explains it. So you want to tell us a bit about how Bangalore, why don't I pronounce that well?
Bengaluru.
Don't worry. Yeah, how my pronunciation was... it
was close. It was there. It was almost there. Just a bit of ooh.
Don't let me disgrace myself. You want to tell us how you were, like, how was life back in India?
Well, I don't know how to explain my family because I like saying we're nuclear but close to each other. So we literally live in the same lane, but we live in independent houses because we just cannot live together in one big house.
Is it like is it like a very big compound and they're like different houses?
Yeah, and we all live like a lane, maybe 4 lanes away. We pop in for lunch and we're like, you know what? That's enough. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. How did that work out, girl?
We love it. Yes. We really do love it. I think even while growing up, we all lived together quite often because all of us were broke. But now that everybody's settled in a bit, we still miss each other. Yeah. So I think this was the best arrangement where we're like, I'm going to have my own house. You have your own house, but we're next to each other.
Okay. But that still brings quite a lot of drama, you know.
Oh, girl, there's drama once in a while. But for the most part, I think we're okay.
Okay.
For the most part.
Okay, fair enough.
There's no life. It's not fun without drama.
Yeah, definitely. And every family has its own drama.
100%.
We have this joke. Oh God, should I tell you people this? We have this joke in my house where we call those people that bring the drama in our house board of directors.
I mean, I see the vision. I see what you mean.
You know, man, they're just, they're just
top management.
They're not there. They're not
but
there.
They're what was it? Silent partners.
So, but when you came, how's it been there? Like, what would you say? Like, coming from India to the UK, how did that transition work for you?
I think I'm a naturally curious person, so I don't think the transition was that bad for me. Also, because my mother worked abroad in many countries, so when she raised me with a little bit of that. I don't know how to explain it, but this is how the world is. This thing's bigger. This thing's greater than us, and that kind of knowledge about it. So I actually, when I was growing up, I didn't ever think I'd come abroad. I was very set that I wanted to stay in India. I wanted to get a job in India. I wanted to be there. But then during the pandemic, which was my final year of uni, my bachelor's in economics, I really struggled because I just couldn't relate to my degree. I couldn't relate to what I was doing. I was very happy living with my grandparents at that time, but I was really, I don't know, I couldn't relate, and I was struggling with like a lot of issues, and I was like, I think I need a break. So when I took that break, I worked on marketing for a bit. I really enjoyed that, and I realized that I think I needed to push myself a bit more.
Okay.
I got too comfy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got 3 meals a day on time.
What wasn't it to struggle?
Sometimes I feel so privileged. I'm like, God, like, why would you? There's people out there that don't have that, but you do. So, but then at that point, I realized that I wasn't very ambitious. I didn't care what I would do with my life. I was a bit spoiled, and again, it's very privileged to say I needed to come abroad to fix it, but
I can relate.
But I did think I needed to like push myself a bit more, challenge myself a bit more. I wanted to find out about myself as well. I think growing up, I only knew what my family knew of me, which isn't a bad thing. You know, some people are comfy with it. I was comfy with it. But I think once I hit 20, 21, which is the age where where you're like, what is happening?
What is going on here?
What is going on here? It's like that meme, why are you running? And I'm like, I just couldn't relate, and I got the opportunity to come abroad, and I thought I would be stupid not to take it up.
Yeah,
I would be stupid not to like see what it would lead to, because you don't get opportunities like this quite often. So I decided to push myself a bit more, and I came out here.
Have you found what you're looking for, or have you found a version? Oh,
I think I found a version that I'm happy with.
What version is that? What will you name the version? Okay. If you were to name Nikita back with your family back home, what would you call yourself? Like in one word, what would you describe yourself as? Like,
I would call myself ungrateful.
Ungrateful. That's the ungrateful version of Nikita. So this version is which one?
Well, I wouldn't call myself ungrateful, but maybe too comfy.
Too comfy, okay.
Too comfy. I think I'd call myself ambitious now. The type who's like, go get it, go get that bag.
I like that version. That version is a good version.
You know what? I kind of like it too. I feel very boss girl these days.
You know, why not? They say, rich girl don't get, nice girls don't get kind of offices.
No. What was that quote where it's like, oh, nice girls never get ahead, or
nobody's gonna pay you for being nice.
Nobody's gonna pay you for being nice. No.
So yes, bring that ambition. Bring it. It's true because we have to search and push for more, as you know.
Yeah.
Because it's true. When you're back in the home country, like for me, when I was back in Nigeria, I didn't necessarily know. I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Who was I? Who was Mo? I didn't even know who I was. As you said, I knew the version of what everybody thought, but who am I?
Yeah.
I did not know.
100%.
Now, today, the version of me. Oh God.
I'm still finding out. We're all still figuring. I think you change. Definitely. Every year, every day.
Every day. But I would describe it as free.
I agree. I also feel quite free.
Free to dream, free to do more, free to dare to do anything I want to do.
Yeah.
Without societal construct.
Absolutely.
you don't do that, because if you do that, what if this? What if that? What if?
Oh my God.
Nobody.
You know what? I'm going to change my word. I'm free too, girls. I'm free too.
Free. I think for women, as immigrant women, I think what we find here, not for everyone, but I feel for even married women as well, but especially for single women, I think when we migrate, I think what we find is freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. I was raised in a relatively liberal household, but you never truly escape societal constructs, right? And sometimes it's not bad. Sometimes you benefit from it. Sometimes you don't. But it's a struggle regardless. And for both genders, it's tough for everyone when there's like impositions placed on you. So I think when a lot of people come abroad, you realize that those implications don't exist for the time being. And at that point, you have to learn how to put implications on yourself. Rules that are important for you, values that you believe. Because like I said, growing up, I knew 5 to 10 values that my family believed in.
And what would you say it was?
Probably humility is probably the most important. My mother and father were never the type to boast, and especially my father, he just did not like going around saying, I'm great. So even I grew up with the same values. But there's other things also, like what girls are supposed to be like, what boys are supposed to be like, at what age you should be married, at what age you should be having kids, and what type of a wife you should be, what type of a husband you should be. Everything's defined, which is, like I said, it's not bad. Maybe for some it works. For me, not so much. But like I said, my mother and father have been quite gracious. I
want to bring something up. Comparing notes on cultural differences and similarities. Did you get that phase whereby, okay, so at this particular age, if they saw you with a guy, they'll break your head. And then
then they change up.
And then suddenly, a year after, they're like, oh, so where's the man? I'm like, but every time if I brought someone, just feels
it's the same. I swear it's the same. It's the same. It's the exact same in India, especially because I think when you're in your teenage years, what's most important is your education.
Yes.
You have to study. You have to get your A grade. You have to get into good university. It's a weird dynamic, but it's the exact same. I think once you 21, 22 in India, I think many parents, especially conservative parents, would definitely be like, I think it's time.
21, 22.
Conservative parents. I think recently it's been 25.
Yeah,
25-ish. I think average, I would say 24, 25.
Remember my sisters, if I tell them, they don't watch my podcast, so they will not know. I can say, nobody knows them, so why not? No, my mom, one time, my sisters, we went to a party, and my mom, they were at like 21-ish. Like that's older. I always tell her, they're not kids anymore. And then she saw them talking to guys at a Christmas party, and my mom went and she went to the guys. I went there and she said, don't talk to my children. They are young. They are babies. And she just disgraced.
Oh my God.
My sisters till today, when they don't like to talk about it, like, you just humiliated us in front of those boys. I'm like, yeah, you guys are babies.
I have to agree, because when I was young and I would hang out with like cousins or whatever, family friends at events, people would be like, oh, everybody's hanging out. But the second I became a bit older and they also became a bit older, we would hang out, it would be like, nobody ever said anything. But you can tell. You can tell from their eyes what they're thinking. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if everybody goes through it, but I think it's pretty, I think once you hit a certain age, people look at you different. And it's like, please, I just want some freedom.
That's what you need. That's what migration was. Free. I'm free to do whatever I want. But at the same time, as I've said, we then have to put moral constructs in place when we come here. So what are, like, looking back now, what is the thing that you took? Like, what is the values you took from India? And what are the values that you've seen in the UK that you then put together and say, okay, this is who I want to be. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. I agree. I think when I first moved, I felt like just rejecting everything from back home. I was like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And during that process, I realized it's not that fun just doing whatever you want. Like after a certain point, I think this is when your prefrontal cortex kicks in, where you're like, you need to have rules for yourself, for your sanity, for your mental health and things like that. And also because we're not young anymore.
Yeah.
So I think my values that I took from back home is I'm a bit religious. I do pray quite often. I pray every day. And I think that was very important for me to stay rooted to my culture, because obviously a lot of holidays in India are around our religions. So I try to celebrate every event I can. It's not possible, but I try my best. And I think that helps me stay closer to the values of home. Another thing is I still, this is a bit vain, but I still wear like my Indian clothing. It doesn't matter if I'm going out to work. If I'm going to an event, I'll wear whatever I can. If it's Indian, I wear my bindi, I wear my bangles, I wear like cute earrings, because I just think it's important that for you to, even clothing is a very important part of your culture. It helps you understand like centuries worth of what fashion was, and it helps you connect to people in a way. So that also really, again, this is a very small thing, but it just helped me stay closer to home as well.
I don't think it's a small thing. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, thank you.
I think so. I think we need to do more of it. More of staying rooted to our culture through fashion.
Yeah.
I'm all up for that, actually.
Yeah.
Because before, like on that note, like when I first came to the UK and I started joining corporate, I felt like I needed to tone down my dressing because I like big earrings, I like to say I can wear hoop earrings, this big. And I felt like nobody's wearing it. Should I like a bit tone it down a bit? I can wear like very bright green.
Yeah, you should.
I'm pale. I'm like, let's pop up some colors.
No, absolutely.
But it felt a bit weird, and I felt like I was killing a bit of myself.
Yeah.
In doing and it's culture. Nigerian, in my culture as Nigerians, we like to dress up.
No, same. We love to dress up.
So I think we need to do more of that,
No, absolutely. And I think the funny thing is our dressing up is really dressing up. And our daily clothings would be considered dressing up here. So I wear my kurta. I mean, I didn't wear a kurta today, but then usually I wear like a kurta. I wear my bangles. I wear my jhumkas.
You should have done that. You're coming to even go podcast. I don't understand what
I wore one yesterday, and the other ones are in wash, and I was like, oh my God. It was raining all night as well, so I was like, But then something that I do every day is I wear my bindi, and it's just it helps me root down a bit. It makes me look very pretty.
Yes.
And it just ties the whole thing.
It makes you, when I saw you, the first like, oh, she's pretty. And then I saw the earrings. I'm like, okay, this is giving culture. I like it.
So I think I like, through my own methods, like through fashion, I like blending my cultures together just to like ease my, transition into the UK. Another value that I really, really think is very important is community. At home, like I said, we might live alone, but we know somebody who will be there for you, and that level of community is very important to me. And which is why like I try to make friends, I try to build a community, and I have like my best friends stay next to me. And because that's important, especially when you move abroad. It's not fun when you're alone. It's only fun when you have friends or you meet somebody. And I think that's the same value in India as well. We try to be there for each other, regardless of any benefit. We want to be there. We want to help. And I think that's the value I wanted to bring here as well.
I like that community. And that's what we're trying to create here as well. And that's in Nigeria too, community. Community is very important. Just sometimes community can be a lot.
Yeah. No, but I read this quote that said the price of community is you might be annoyed.
Yeah.
That's the cost. But then the reward is the love, the affection, and just the togetherness. People forget humans are social animals. We need each other.
100%.
You cannot be alone.
100%. COVID taught us that.
There you go.
Yeah. That valid.
Absolutely.
So now let's talk about food.
Oh, nom nom.
Let's see. What is the go-to food in India?
Okay, so since I'm from the South,
what's the go-to food?
I'm gonna say the South Indian food is so underrepresented in the UK. I wanted to open my own restaurant at one point. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Please. This is one of all your many aspirations along the way.
Yeah. I have so many aspirations. I want to be a content creator. I want to be an actress. I want to be a painter. We were talking earlier and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a restaurateur. I'm going to open my own South Indian restaurant.
Okay, you go, girl. Okay.
But I think the go-to is something called dosa.
Okay.
And it's like a fermented crepe. Do you know like crepes are?
Mm-hmm.
So you make it with, let me think about it. You make it with, you soak rice and lentils overnight.
Okay.
And then you blend them to make a batter. And then you make a potato curry to go with it.
You're giving me some ideas. Now we need to do like a community kind of thing.
Community cookout.
Yeah.
Immigrant cookout.
When people...
Content.
What kind of person? like make people bring their different kinds of food and then we try it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That's giving me BuzzFeed 2016. But I love it. Bring back BuzzFeed 2016. That was the golden era.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'll Google it after. Okay, so after do you like spices? Like do you like...
I do. I have, if you open my rack, my spice rack is just, it's like 50 different types of spices.
Yeah, okay, we do a lot of chilies as well.
Cheese, we have
chilies like pepper, spicy.
Chili.
Like spicy pepper.
Yeah, we have quite, we're pretty good with spicy food.
Yeah, sure, okay. I need to compare that.
I personally don't enjoy spicy food as much.
Yeah.
But my grandpa eats like chilies just as like a snack sometimes. Like not snack, but he eats it on its own.
I've not heard about that one before.
Yeah, my father does it too. It's really scary because the spicy is all
Is there a tradition attached to that though? Like
I don't. Well, the thing is, with some foods we like having onions on the side where you like. So, for example, we have something called rajma, which is a type of dal, a lentil. I don't even know what to call it. It's just soup type of a thing. And when you have it with rice, you eat it with onions on the side. So you take a bite and then you take a bite of the onions. Some people like to take a bite of chili as well. Oh. Which is crazy to me, but some people do it.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to say anything about that, sorry. I'm not going to say anything about that. But okay, because we do chilies as well. Like we like spicy food. I used to actually grind like there's this really tiny small ball peppers. I just like grind them together before. Ooh. When I was in Nigeria though, not now. Because my stomach, I don't know. I know when I was
changed
here. My pepper tolerance is like down from 100 to 10.
I tell people that I should just get a British passport now because I can have like an all English breakfast and think it's delicious. And I'm like, why? Give me the visa. Do you know what I mean?
Welcome to England. Like, what else? What else? Because if you start drinking, like now, I drink coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon, tea at night. Just how English can I get?
I mean, in India, we drink a lot of tea anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's like, I bring that energy.
Okay, fair. You're already a tea drinker.
I'm a tea connoisseur, baby.
Yeah, no.
Text me. I'll give you recommendations.
Okay. So let's go back to... So now, if somebody was watching this and the person sees you and says, oh, this person represents who I am, what would you like to tell the person?
What do you mean? Like
for instance, now, this is a podcast from different nationalities. A lot of people watch a lot of... So let's say somebody that's Indian, watches this and says, I see this person represents me, because we all represent our identity wherever
absolutely.
we go. But the person right now is in a place where they're confused. They don't know who they're trying to find out who they are. Based off your journey, what would you like to tell that person?
I think just stick it out. You'll find answers every day in some or the other way. I think the biggest lesson I've learned is to stay consistent, because God put this in my head for a reason. And he's made me come this far, which obviously with a lot of support, with a lot of privilege. I didn't make it here all on my own, and I don't think it would be fair to say anything like that. So I think for somebody in a similar position, just stick it out. You will find a solution somewhere the other way, and it is going to make sense.
Yeah.
It is going to make sense. Maybe you don't see it now. Maybe you'll see it when it happens, but you're going to be thankful and you're going to be like, gosh, it worked out somewhere the other way. So just stick it out.
Stick it out. Stick it out.
It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do.
It's hard to say stick. It's hard to stick it out when it feels like all the odds are stacked against us.
Trust me. I've been in that situation where I feel like I've been extremely confused for the past few months. It's been, very tough. I don't have much time left on my visa as well. So it's been a lot of big decisions that I need to make. And that's what I tell myself. Just stick it out.
Yeah, stick it out. I like
It'll work out.
It would work out.
If let's say you're in a similar position, if the solution is you go back home, you go back home. You'll figure it out. Or if the solution is you get something better, you'll get something better. It's going to be fine.
I like that. Stick it out. Okay. Stick it out. That felt very, very personal.
Yeah.
I like that.
I tried.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your dream? Let's talk about what's your dream.
My dream.
What is Nikita's dream?
My dream. I don't know, man. My dream changes every day.
Hey, well, what's the dream? How are we feeling right now?
Right now, I think my dream is stability. Do you know what I mean? I think for me, I want to find a level where I'm like, I don't have to worry. I mean, I'm a worrier. I worry about things that you don't need to worry about. But I think because of the situation I'm in and a lot of other factors, I think my dream is to be stable, to have support, to support somebody else as well, just to like have a community where we can all hang out, find that, you know what I mean? Oh, just a nice little community where you can support each other, be stable, help each other out. So I think that's why I came into the podcast as well. Because I think that's my dream, to have a group where you're like, it'll work out somehow if we're together.
It's going to happen. Your dreams are valid. Let's trust to that.
I've been wanting to drink this.
I told myself I'm on a sugar-free diet, but this doesn't count.
I'm on a sugar diet. I love sugar.
So today we have Nikita in the house. Fabulous Nikita. I'm going to rope her in one way or the other to join us. But anyways, I have Nikita in the house, and our advice to all of us here is to stick it out.
You can make it work.
It out. It's hard. Migration is hard, but let's stick it out. So thank you guys for watching, and please, if you stayed this long, just subscribe and like. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.